That means stuff is happening. But, I gotta turn down the speakers. Hang on. Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna start talking here. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Apparently, my last recorded show didn't work. So I don't have anybody to blame, really. But, let me do that thing that I do. You're listening to WSLU Radio, 100.1 FM, 1620 AM. It's the morning show. I'm your host with the most to boast, Nick. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Topics of discussion. Oh boy, I had to watch a very interesting documentary in class today. Yeah, and by interesting I mean I'd rather swallow glass, like broken glass. Probably would have spent better time, coughing up blood and going to the emergency room than watching that movie because, okay, it's an English class. What does healthcare have to do with an English class? You don't have any idea? See, I was at the same point. I was just like, huh? Short of listening to my MP3 player, I didn't know what to do. What is this? What is it? I don't read hand signals.
Two different categories of say.
Yeah, I know. It's completely different. I'm going to stop doing that. It's completely different. It doesn't make any sense. But, hey, you know what? They get paid more than I do, so they know what they're doing, right?
Probably not.
No. Okay. We're going to go with no because I don't think money should be, the determining factor of exactly how much you know. Now, you may get paid a lot of money because you do know something or you can do something, but like Paris Hilton, we're going to just draw a blank on that one because what does she know how to do other than, well, I can't say on the radio, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm thirsty. What? I'm not going to be gone for long. I just drink water when I'm talking, so my voice doesn't do that whole
I can't talk thing, and I sound like this. I sound like somebody's grandfather.
You do really sound like an old guy today.
I sound like an old guy today?
No. How old are you now? 100 and what?
119.
Oh, yeah, the guy. You're going to be 200 tomorrow.
119 tomorrow. I mean, oh yeah, holy crap, my birthday's tomorrow. My watch is a couple of days slow. My watch thinks it's the 19th. For some reason, my watch is always like a day and a half slow. I don't know why, but now it's like 2.5 days slow. Usually around 12 o'clock it catches up. I don't even know if you could call that a battery going dead or if it's just a lame brain. But anyway, I'm going to get rid of this thing and get a new watch. Got to get one with like a crap thing and like a bow and like a weird, whatever you call it. I don't know the technical terms. You know exactly what I'm talking about, though.
You're having some issues today.
I'm having issues? The only issue I'm having is not being able to talk to things that aren't there because I miss that. It's like always having company, like, you have the cast of Full House following you around, or like some sort of goblin wearing a trench coat trying to sell you cigars. It's fun, because nobody else can see them, so it's... You've never seen that before? Oh wait, I'm talking to somebody who's actually sane. He's a camera guy. He's about as normal as you can get. But anyway, speaking of being normal, apparently, before people get to know me, they just think I'm a pretty normal person. They're like, oh, he's that one normal guy. And I was thinking of, like, writing a book of, like, the misadventures of the average white guy or something. And just, like, yeah, I could get that published. Or, maybe rename the show. Get, like, a co-host who seems somewhat average. Some fellow like me. Looks average on the outside, crazily wrapped on the inside. You could perhaps cameraman be a co-host. We just need another cameraman. It could happen, if you're willing to commit to it. Now I'm talking about waking up or getting here 2 minutes before the show starts every day. That's like 10:28. If you're willing to make that commitment. Oh, and quite possibly thinking about things to talk about on the show, or maybe even almost halfway writing a script and then falling asleep at your computer desk on top of a pile of Twinkie wrappers. Or that. It's a very strong commitment to make, but once you make it, it'll take you on adventures. Trust me, I've been places. I go to, in fact, I was in somewhere in downtown Chicago last night for some reason. I don't know why. What? I'm pretty sure, but is it bad to drink rubbing alcohol? Because I cut my mouth. And I know that you're supposed to put it on, like, cuts and stuff, so I just drank it. But,
Wow, that's a new word.
Well, it's 70 something isopropyl. Whatever. I feel fine though.
Swallow it.
I was sort of swishing it around, and somebody came up behind me, like my brother, and he was like, "Rah!" And I was like, "Ooh!" And I swallowed all of it. So I don't think there's any side effects. I mean, my doctor, who is a giant talking foot, told me there weren't any side effects. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be okay.
That was probably a side effect.
My doctor? How can my doctor be a side effect?
No.
Look, he's the handiest foot around, or footiest hand, handiest foot. I'm gonna say handiest foot. But anyway, I believe I've ignored the weather for too long, and my weather bar is getting a little lonely. I think it's actually right today in temperature. Saying about right now, it's a nice, balmy 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Not Celsius, we'd be on fire. But anyway, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and it says that there's about a 69% chance of rain. It didn't even rain yesterday, didn't rain the day before, so I'm going to go ahead and bump that at about a, well, we don't want to say 0, because then there's that, no, because then there's that chance that somebody's like, well, you said it wasn't going to rain today, and it did. I don't want to get yelled at by any old ladies. Happens a lot.
About 9.
9? No, we're going to go with a safe 20%.
Man, you went with 20 yesterday.
Okay, 35.
No. 15.
15. Double or nothing. I'm sort of getting over this whole, oh, and the pollen count is actually rising up so bad that, apparently I have allergies. I didn't know that, but all this green stuff started coming out of my nose, and I couldn't breathe. I'm sorry I had to conjure a picture for everybody, but you understand, it's like, it was horrible. It's like, people, you know, you think that's amazing, how much snot can come out of your nose. It's like, how did that all get in there? Where does it all fit? There seems to be, you know, when you think of, well, at least when I think about it, it seems like there's too much room in the human head for, like, extra stuff. Like, there's no storage. Like, where am I going to put stuff if I need to hold it? I mean, pockets are fine to pass the time, but what if I really need to hide something? Like, what if I need to, like, you know, I feel like carrying a baseball around with me, or, you know, maybe, like, yeah, or that. Maybe, like, you know, some important papers that I need to remember. I just can't stuff that in my head. I got brains, I got mucous membranes, I got all this brain layers. It's just too much crap to deal with. I think I'm going to get a modified head or something, and, you know, perhaps, don't they sell those somewhere? No? You ever shopped at the black market?
Yeah, I heard of the black market.
But, do they have outlet stores for the black market? Like, the gray market outlet stores? No? They don't have cheap knockoffs from, like, important black market stuff? Wow, this gives me sad face. Where am I going to get a replaceable human head?
You want a violin plant for you?
A violin plant?
Yes.
You said a violin plant.
Yeah.
I'm just being sure. You mean like a plant that can seriously, just seriously grow violins? What? I'm not part pug. I don't know what you're talking about.
I said I would throw this book at you right now.
Really, you want to throw a book at me?
Yeah. Really.
I don't think you're man enough, man, to throw a book at me. You wouldn't. Because you know what would happen.
Well, what happened?
I would so move, and then I would get up and pick the book up. And I don't feel like moving right now. I mean, lately I've noticed that this whole turning 119 thing is really, it's making me feel old. Like, I noticed the other day that, no, 119, not 200. I miscounted. It's been a long time. But anyway, I started to notice that, like, wow, it just,